We actually meant to stream, so here we go. Let's see if it starts recording. Are we live? Am I rambling? Okay, we're live. We're live. Golden. Recording.
I mean, you do have a
Are we
tendency to ramble, but it's
live?
okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm being flamed here. Being flamed. So let me see.
Absolutely,
Where
bro.
do I actually get the link to share it from?
That's an excellent question.
Uh,
I honestly
I
couldn't
don't
tell
know.
you.
Because I don't know if the top link on top of my screen will work. Well, I guess I could just put it in the chat and you guys can see if it works for you.
I'm already seeing it on my TV.
Here.
Guys, right on your channel.
I don't think I don't think that link will work. Let me see here what it does. Yeah, that just takes me to the studio. Okay, that's not gonna fly. Let me try this because I want to I want to post an announcement in the server. So, but hey guys, welcome aboard. We're very professional here. Definitely very professional. And don't mind the background image. My friend made that for me for the first streams we did. I just haven't changed it. Maybe we'll make something eventually for this stream. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Because we still have a few more days in October, a few more weekends in October to enjoy. More spooky. Alright. So I'll just go ahead and post the channel page, and then if someone can pull up the actual link. Oh hey Mist, so you're able to join us after all. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Thank you for the welcome.
So,
So I'm gonna do one of those unprecedented everyone tags. I don't like to do these very often, but since it's an announcement, I think it's fine.
and if people have a problem with it, just kick them out.
It's like we'll just ban them from the server. I wouldn't do that, nobody. Alrighty, so are we ready to spook?
Hell yeah.
Is everyone ready to be spooked? Alrighty, here we go. To the spooky chat. So we have some stories in here. Now, the most recent story doesn't have an SSS on it, which means it doesn't get read. Because if they don't put the SSS on, that means they're not wanting us to read it. So that's how we know. That's how we know. So it looks like the first one with the SSS on it is... Let's see here. It looks like it's by LaFancy Boyo. So, shall we begin? Should we do like a alternating paragraphs or something? Like I read a paragraph, you read a paragraph, something like that?
That works. Which ones are we doing?
So the first one is the one at the very top on October 5th, 2020. I think that's the first one with it. Let me scroll up and see if there are others with it, because looks like there's a really long story. Oh wait, there's the one you posted. There's the one you posted. Do you want that to be read on the stream?
I don't think I've... Oh, that's... No. That's way too long, and it's not actually a story. That's just a script.
Oh, okay. I'm used to reading scripts, though. I do that kind of thing from time to time.
Alrighty. So you said you wanted to start 5 October.
Indeed. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So it's LaFancy Boy. It looks like the first one there, and
Gotcha.
he says my freed in. I'm assuming it's my friend, but typo.
Yeah.
And then wrote the story, and she said I could submit it. We both really want it to be read in the Saturday stream. Well,
Lucky you.
it shall be. All right, so I'll go ahead. I'll start with the first paragraph, and then you can do the one after the 3 years later. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. All right, guys. As per water cult rules, before you begin reading a story, you must always drink water. All right. Once there was a girl that was obsessed with creepy dolls. One day, she asked her mother for the decorations, since it was Hallows' Eve. Her mother said yes, and they went to the store. They checked aisle 1, no dolls. They checked aisle 2, no dolls. They checked aisle 3. They saw one doll. It had creepy, white, blank eyes, with a creepy smile spread on her face, looking at the aisle ahead. The girl said, "Yes, that's the one," and her mother told her to go buy a costume. Once she had her costume, she went back to the aisle. The girl saw her mother dead on the floor, with a puddle of blood under her. Then she checked where the doll was. It was gone. The creepy doll crept behind the girl and killed her, same as her mother and all the other victims. Spoopy. 3 years later.
There was a boy who was also obsessed with dolls. It was his birthday, and his grandpa bought him a creepy doll, the same one as 3 years ago. He hugged her happily. After the party, his grandpa told him very clearly, make sure to put her in the basement and lock the door. You hear me? The boy said, "Yes, grandfather." Later that night, he put the doll in the basement, but forgot to lock the door. He got into bed and fell asleep. At midnight, he heard a little voice. "Creepy crawly, creepy crawly, I'm going to kill your family." He heard 2 screams. His mother and his father in silence. He heard the voice again. "Creepy crawly, creepy crawly, I'm going to kill your sister." He heard his sister scream in silence. He heard it again, this time closer. "Creepy crawly, creepy crawly, I'm going to kill you." The doll killed him before he could even scream.
Rip. They're all dead. It's a lot of dead people killed by a doll. See, there's one thing about the whole doll villain genre that I never really understood. It's it's a doll, right? What if you
Also
punted
creepy.
across the room?
I mean, it's possible.
Because Chucky never
gotta-
really was that scary to me because it's not I had the weight advantage, the size advantage.
My thing is, I'm not worried about dolls killing me. It's just that dolls are creepy.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, what's really creepy to me is clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, hello, sir. Welcome.
Hey, I saw spoopy things were happening, so I thought I might as well duck in before people head to bed.
Indeed,
See how
sir.
long I
There
stay.
you go.
Welcome, welcome. So Ryu's from Ireland, so over there it's very late in the night.
Yes, it's 3 minutes past 1 in the morning, actually. Yes.
Indeed. So
the
what
only
we're
reason why
doing?
I'm still up is because my dad is arguing with Alexa downstairs. So let's play the song.
He's arguing with Alexa. Now that's a spooky
It-
story. Should we tell
it's
an
a weekend
Alexa-based
thing.
spooky story?
It's a weekend thing. Shit.
It's so I decided to order them on Alexa. Little did I know what Alexa would truly order would lead to the death of my whole family.
Little did I know Alexa couldn't understand my accent.
It's little did I know Alexa was not prepared for Ireland. Alexa, why?
Yeah. But hello everybody, yes. So is this your famous water cult, Taka, that I have unwittingly stumbled into?
No, sir. Well, actually, everyone here except for you is part of the water code, yes. But
Right, so I am the one heretic amongst yous, right?
indeed, but you can join, Ryu. You can be redeemed.
I'm terrified to, honestly, and I think Tex would judge me if I did.
Okay, are you
By the
gonna
way,
let others judge you, or are you going to accept a healthier lifestyle?
Look, I'll tell you what, I drink plenty of water every day, let's just leave it at that, alright?
Do you appreciate water as a life giver?
I mean, of course.
All right, welcome aboard, friend.
Oh,
By the
no. I do not consent to this, but I won't stop you all the same.
All right,
Yeah,
Ryu has
you got volleyball, it
accepted.
happens.
Ryu has accepted the guidance of the water. Everyone.
Accepted in very loose terms, I'm afraid.
He's decided
By
to.
the way,
Yes.
By the way, yeah, freaking, yeah, share your stream on my server. Feel free. Like, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, good sir. Let
I
me
mean-
see. Actually,
I mean,
how do you, Reed, do you know how to share a stream, actually? Like, how you actually... Okay, wait, I see a share button now. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm an idiot. Alrighty, fantastic.
Yeah.
Alright.
Speaking of tech, I just
I
hopped
thought
off
you were-
off their server like an hour ago, so I'm back on another one. Hey.
Welcome. Welcome indeed. So where's the... It's self-promotion would be the place, or...
Yeah, sell promo. Perfect there. Yeah, right under Texas. You know.
Bam. Alright, let's
Alright.
go.
Let me give you a little dab emote. You know, setting. There you go.
There we go.
Oh wait, I need a. Is there a water emoji? That'd be fitting for you. Yeah, let's see. Is there a water emoji?
You should add
You
one
take
if the
this
server
one.
throws
There you
it.
go. Yeah, there you go. Like you got portable water. Thank
There
you.
we go. Alright.
Cup of straw. Perfect.
So
Wait,
then...
Miss will be back. They're on a phone call.
Oh, gotcha. Who's on a phone call? Mist?
No, Mist.
Oh, okay.
Mist isn't gonna be back because they're on a phone call.
Oh, gotcha. Alright, so we're gonna read the next spoopy story. Is everyone prepared? Are their jimmies
wait.
ready to be rustled? Here we
Do
go.
it, bro.
Alright. A little girl named Sarah had a collection of dolls that she loved. Her favorite was one named, I think that's Dooley, I imagine. It had a white face with rosy red cheeks. It wore a short black and red dress with white lace on the bottom. Sarah took the doll everywhere she went. School, the store, the park, and she slept with it. So how about, you want me to read just the first half, or do you want to alternate paragraphs?
It doesn't matter.
Alright, I'll do the first two paragraphs, and you want to do the last two paragraphs then?
That works.
Alright. One evening, she took the doll with her to make a bedtime snack. She put her on the counter and unlocked the knife drawer and took one out to cut her orange. She finished preparing her snack, then sat down and ate it. She picked up Dooley and went to bed, forgetting to lock the knife drawer.
After Sarah was asleep, Dewey slipped out of her arms and crawled on the ceiling to the kitchen. Dewey grabbed a knife and crept back to Sarah's room. She slit Sarah's throat. Sarah's spirit flowed into the doll's body and took over her. The doll went to the parents' room and killed them both. And she killed her younger twin brothers. Shortly after the house was emptied and the doll was put in a yard sale. The doll was sold to another girl. Who knows what horrible fate awaits that family?
Burn it with fire. So the lesson, guys, if you have a haunted doll in your house, just burn it with fire. Probably for the best.
Right.
Also, if
Alright.
you're maybe don't buy creepy dolls.
You know, actually, that reminds me of a thing. My cousin, he, I think he still is. He's afraid of like mannequins and creepy dolls that look a bit too like they have that uncanny valley vibe. You know what I mean? Like they have like the
Annabelle?
exactly, yeah, that's our deal. And it was it double sucked for him because his little sister used to have this life-size doll that was about the same size of her and had this creepy looking face. So he couldn't stand to look at her. So what I did one time when he was taking a shower, I walked up and I heard him showering. So I took the doll, put it right outside the outside the bathroom. This was very cruel of me, and I waited until he was done. And all I heard from the next room was he opened the door and immediately slammed it when he saw the doll.
Oh, that's so mean.
It was. I was a teenager back then. I was a very different person. And then all I heard next was him slowly creaking the door open, like.
And then you hear him shout, "Ryu!"
No, I jumped out and then just did the big old boo. Yeah, just to scare him. Yeah.
Imagine if he started chasing after you, like, "How dare you do this to me?"
Nah, I'm the elder cousin. I would have freaking knocked him out. Not
Oh
really.
dear, Ryu killed his younger cousin. Rest in peace. Oh, rest.
No,
rest in
he's doing
peace.
fine. He's doing fine. All water under the bridge. I hope. Yeah.
It's like wait till he's actually plotting his revenge as we speak.
Yeah, he's just waiting for this virus to pass. That's when he's coming back. Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna use the virus. You gotta be careful, man. Biological warfare. It's tough. It's tough business.
Good idea there. Good point there. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, this one looks like it's one giant paragraph. This next one. Oh dear. What accent should we read the next one in? Any votes?
James
Cornish.
Blake.
Is it another doll story?
It's what?
Is it another doll story?
Let me see here. Yeah, we should probably read something different than a doll story.
Yeah, Cornish.
Uh,
Give us your best Cornwall accent, Taka.
I actually don't know exactly what Cornwall sounds like because I tried looking it up.
Really?
From what I heard,
all the time.
yeah, I love Cornwall, but I don't actually know what it sounds. I heard that it sounds like kind of like that old peasant-y voice that you see in the movies.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my lord,
Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spill my cabbages all over your porridge. You know, I don't. It's like, I'm sorry, my lord. My
Well, if
cabbage
you want, you can
fields.
try that, yeah.
My cabbage fields. My cabbage. No, I'm sorry. Cabbages just remind me of the cabbage guy from Avatar.
Yeah.
By the way, he was one of my favorite characters. Zuko's my favorite, but he's probably my second favorite, or maybe Iroh.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, cabbage guy. He was very important to the
where's
plot.
our-
Without him, it wouldn't have been the
Where's our,
same.
where's our cabbage bender? That's all I'm asking.
Oh yeah, the cabbage bender. Well, water benders, they can just bend the water inside the cabbage.
There you go. Yeah.
Water benders are OP, dude. They can just use the water in anything. It's kind of OP.
Is there any personal bias with waterbending?
No,
Yeah.
no, definitely not. There's no bias there. It's completely unbiased opinion. I'm not a
You're fake
waterbender
news.
after all, so it can't be biased,
Mm.
right? Definitely not. And what do airbenders do? Fly around, suck the air out of people? I mean, come on. That's just violent and brutal.
And also,
Waterbenders
how
help
much
people.
water's in the air, actually, as well.
Yeah, exactly. So waterbenders can bend the air too. There you go. Waterbenders OP. Nerf in the next patch. Alright, so I don't think this one's about dolls. I, don't
I just
see
saw in the
it.
chat there, everything changed when the Cabbage Nation attacked.
Indeed.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, we should make a parody story about that. Like we should have like a theme each month, and like one of the themes should just be like parody stories. All right, we'll actually go back to their story, but let's go to a different one first, since we already did 2 of their stories. All right, so we do Cyberwolf's story next.
I'm cool with it.
It's your stream.
Alrighty, and Ryu wants it to be done in a Cornwall accent, so
Well,
I'm gonna leave that one to you. Good luck.
I'll leave that to you. It's you have no obligation to do it at all.
is that one guy from like Lord of the Rings? Was that a Cornwall accent? The guy was like bunch of queer folk and all. That guy. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be doing it right or not.
There's like 500,000 characters in Lord of the Rings.
No, the guy at the end where they let it on the first movie where he says, "Bunch of queer folk and all have been here." You know that guy.
Oh, the first. I honestly can't think.
He's like a background character. He says like one line, and then he gets killed by the Nazgul.
Legit can't. Yeah. Okay, sorry. No, I can't think.
Oh, rip. So Hashtag says, "I would gracefully accept the Cabbage Nation's attack." All right. All once had a dream. Let's say around 7 years ago. Around 7 years old. I'm not sure what they're saying there. I'm guessing they're saying the dream is 7 years old.
Yes?
I'm guessing either that or the grammar's off, but we'll see. We'll go with it because that's when everything happens in life. Okay, but before I start, yes. Oh wait, I don't think this is actually their. I think this is just the preamble. Rip. Okay, wait. There's quite a long preamble here. I wake up in the old house. Okay, so wait, is this where the story? Okay, I think this is where the story actually starts. I wake up in my old house, a normal day, a nice weekend, Saturday morning. Yay. I say, I come... Okay, there's no quotation marks there, but I think that's what they're saying within the context. I come down the stairs, and I see my parents as usual. And then I go out back to the pool. witch spelled like, you know, a witch like flying on a broomstick, melts in water kind of deal. I never do, so I don't know what I was doing. And then I go to, sorry, I can't read it in an accent because it's hard for me to keep it and decipher the grammar at the same time.
Like I said, you have no obligation. You're free to do
Go
what you
go
wish.
to the pool box for some reason. Again, I never do this, so question mark, question mark, question mark. And then I see this robot come out. It was like a FNAF robot. It was so scary. I just see the arm. So I ask my parents about it. I say, "Hey Dad, what's that thing? That thing spelled one word in the pool, Ben." After that, it gets up and starts walking towards me. I try to run, but it's too late. It grabs me and starts to rip me to shrapnel. Are you a robot? Normally we say pieces if it's a human. And my parents try to get me out, but it's too big and I die right there, and then I wake up. There's a little more to the story, but I don't... Okay, so the other part's just... Okay, so it's a dream. But yeah, when I was a kid, I actually had a lot of dreams about robots too, like nightmares, I mean.
FNAF robots?
What is it? No, FNAF wasn't around back then.
I know.
Back when I was a child, FNAF wasn't around, yes.
Yes. When I was a kid, I used to have nightmares about Chuck E. Cheese.
See, back when I was a kid, I was chased by a giant rat inside an arcade. It was...
See, back whenever I was a kid, I used to have dreams about drowning all the time because I had sleep apnea. And I would stop breathing in my sleep, and anytime I stopped breathing in my sleep, I dreamed I was drowning. It was awesome.
Oh dear.
And yet, I'm not afraid of water.
Very good that you came around to water.
Because I'm not a wimp.
Indeed.
I don't let my feels control me.
So I actually, like, when I was a kid, actually even like when I wasn't a kid, before I started driving, I used to have dreams, like nightmares, where I would just be driving a car, and I would always like I would drive it, but then I would like lose control or something like that. And I don't know why I had those dreams. I mean, I hate driving, but not because I'm worried about my driving. I'm more worried about other people's driving than I am my own driving. But like for some reason that always happened. Like, and I always like I guess it was more like a dream about losing control. Like, you know what I mean? Like, have you heard about those things? Like where you feel like you're not in control. You might have dreams like where you're not in control and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you feel that quite a bit, yeah.
So like I think it may just been like stress. Like I don't know if I understood like young me's stress, but maybe I did feel like I wasn't in control of my life or something like that. It's like, come on, man, you don't understand me. I'm 13, okay? I have my own problems, Dad.
Yeah. I can say a lot of like I tend to black out most of my nightmares, you know, because of just how weird they are, you know. Like,
Yeah.
But the ones I do remember are normally ones that are involving spiders, because I fucking hate spiders.
Oh yeah.
And they normally either me running away from giant spiders or being torn to pieces by giant spiders. So
Ouch. I normally step on spiders, but you know.
yeah. Well, I mean these ones are like twice the size of the ones from the third Lord of the Rings movie, so you know what I mean.
Then shoot it, flamethrower it, do whatever it takes. Get rid of that monstrosity.
There were hundreds of them. That was horrible.
Flamethrower is the best solution. Then you'll probably die yourself, but at least you died fighting.
I'll just go at like the Thing. Just be Kurt Russell, throw dynamite down. It's like, yeah, fuck you too.
Like what you do is just wear like, you know, like a flame suit and like you just like spray it with flames. It's like it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Gasoline first, of course. Yeah.
Of course, but yeah, then you would really get yourself dead too, because the gasoline would ignite and yeah, you know how it goes.
Hey, you said take me down with it, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Better to burn out than to fade away.
Indeed. But yeah, I don't remember my dreams very often, and sometimes when I have dreams, normally dreams are just weird though. They're just like really just like, it's like, what the hell is going on here?
I try to record all the best dreams I have, like you know, the ones I think, oh damn, that's really cool, I may use this one day for a story.
Yeah.
But it's something to do with like you don't remember your dreams because like they get stored. It's something to do with the brain, like it's generated from a different part of the brain and it's like stored in temporary memory and it fades away much easier.
Yeah. See, I have a problem where I need to get better at writing short stories because like mostly what I do is I do long stories and I can't concentrate on a long story enough to actually make it a long story because I keep coming up with new ideas. So I should probably do short stories instead.
That's such a mood right there, my friend.
It's like writer problems.
Yeah. I'm writing, just gaming. I'm writing.
I'm writing. Waste one paragraph, moves on to a different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it's like, and I have like so many different ideas, and I have a problem like where I read a lot and I get influenced by what I'm reading, and I'm like, ooh, it'd be cool to make a story like this, but do it in this way instead. Like I don't know if anyone else does that, but like I get influenced by things around me. Of course, I don't copy them, but like themes and whatnot.
It happens a lot, you know, like a lot of famous writers do that. You know, they take something they see, like even mundane stuff, and then they just change it around a bit, or even like they take that one thing, you know.
Yeah, indeed, exactly.
I think actually during Texas Stream, like I found out Stephen King, when he was staying at a hotel, it was just him and his wife because everyone else was checking out at that time.
Yeah.
And they were just alone. You know, like that's where I got the inspiration for The Shining.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, because that was in a hotel, right?
Yeah, like that whole cabin fever vibe. You know, you're the only one stranded in this hotel. You know, and then he just added the whole thing. And then he found this room where there was this bathtub, and he thought, what if someone died here? You know, and there you go.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you know what a custom is we do on this do on these streams?
Yeah.
Ad lib stories.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I do it as a challenge to myself. So, I'm thinking about trying another one. Should I do it? Should I try another ad lib story?
Hey, go for it if you feel it. Yeah.
All right. So let's first pick up some themes here. Okay, so should we do it? Okay, so first let's pick an era for our. Okay, so how old should our characters be? Children, teenagers, adults, old people.
Oh, that's funny.
How old our character should be?
Yes, our protagonist, and maybe friends if he has friends.
All right, someone throw out an age group. Someone.
All right, if no one has anything, let's just say young adults.
Teenagers?
Perfect.
Oh, teenagers. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so we got some teenagers and some young adults. Okay, hashtag wants a story about 90-year-olds.
Hell yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll throw a 90-year-old. I'll throw a 90-year-old into the story. How about that?
Just watch Hereditary.
All right. And should the baddie be human or supernatural or perhaps an animal?
I don't know.
I always lean towards the supernatural, but let's see what everyone else says.
Okay.
So I do have a little side tangent here. I've never actually looked at my ceiling very carefully. I just noticed that somebody who has lived here before me, I'm guessing there's just like a bunch of little glow stars all over my ceiling, right?
Oh,
You'd sit there and think, oh, well, he would have noticed if the lights were off. Basically, instead of getting up there and taking every single one down whenever they came in here, they just repainted the ceiling and painted over them. But there's like 100 of them up on my ceiling, and I will never be able to unsee them now.
Rip. Okay, so hashtag saying a spider wolf is the villain in a story with a 90-year-old. Okay, so I got this. Okay. All right, so the main character is a teenager, but he's gonna have a grandfather who's 90. Okay, or a great grandfather maybe, because if he's a teenager, 90 would be a little old for a grandfather.
Wait. Can we explain what a spider wolf is? Is that like?
Oh,
like
yes, of course.
An actual spider wolf.
Okay, so essentially the spider wolf originated from a joke about a character, but it grew into something far more gruesome, shall we say. So the spider wolf is a giant spider with the face of a wolf, but the face splits into 8 when he opens his mouth, with many sharp teeth within, right? He also has the pincers, of course, in front of his mouth as well. And then he has liquid that he shoots out of that comes out of his mouth when he bites that can melt your internal organs.
This sounds similar to The Thing, which is both awesome but terrifying. I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
And then
Congratulations.
also, you know who's safe and who's
Oh,
not
yeah.
safe? He doesn't attack those who drink their water like good boys and girls. If you drink a proper amount of water, you're fine. If you don't, well, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you.
The dehydration boogeyman, of course.
Indeed.
Basically, he's just allegory. He's basically allegorical for the effects of dehydration.
Indeed.
For a sec, I thought you said like he's basically Al Gore. Like,
He's basically Al Gore.
Nope.
Al Gore will
No,
kill you
we
if you don't
couldn't-
drink
we
your
couldn't-
water.
We couldn't have him be Al Gore because then nobody would take him cereal.
No one thing is sorry. I invented the internet. I invented the internet, guys. Just to let you know. I won
Nobody
back in
takes me
2000. Just so you
cereal.
know. I won the popular vote. Just so you know.
I've been trying to warn everybody about Man Bear Pig.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So I'm gonna do this ad lib. So
That's a
I'm
scary
not.
story.
I'm not reading
Man
after
Bear Pig.
everything. All right. So I'm 17 years old. I'm not a small guy by any means. I'm somewhat athletic, but for the most part, to get my energy for the activities and the exercise and everything, I drink a lot of Gatorade or Powerade. You know, just like sports drinks to prepare. Recently, I haven't been drinking too much water, and my grandfather, I always remember him telling me this, and that I should really drink my water. If I don't, first of all, I won't pee excellence. I don't know where he got
Thank
that
you.
from. I'm guessing I think he was in the Navy, maybe the Air Force. I can't remember exactly. Sorry, Grandpa. I'll have to ask you that next time I see you. Anyhow, I haven't been drinking it, and he's right about my urine being yellow, but that's not the primary concern. What happened later, far more so. And I don't know if I should call this lucky, especially because of what happened to my friend, but I guess it was thanks to him that I was able to live. So my friend, he was even worse about not drinking his water. We were hanging out one day and we heard the sound of something scurrying, something moving. It sounded different from any noise I've heard before. After all, you can't hear a spider, because I'll go and tell you that now. What it turned out to be was similar to a spider, at least in the way it walked. The spiders are much too small for you to hear them, but this one, oh, it was large enough for you to hear it. That is certain. It was at least 8 feet tall. Its mouth, hideous, misformed. Though its head looked like a wolf normally when it opened its mouth, oh, it was ghastly, putrid, and the smell that came from it, oh, I can still remember it to this day. It even wafts into my dreams. Normally you don't smell in your dreams, but I do, due to that event. Anyhow, what happened was, I had a water bottle next to me. Remembering what my grandfather told me at the time, I quickly drank the entire bottle down. However, my friend, he was not so lucky. His body, well, what was left of it, was bloodied and broken. His whole torso had been devoured, and his body looked empty. The bones, the organs, any form of body tissue below the skin was gone, and its complete and utter destruction. I had great fear, but he looked at me, and I don't know if I could call it a laugh. I don't know if such a creature could make a laugh, but what it did, it was disturbing. But it didn't come for me anymore. All I can say is, thank you, 90-year-old grandpa. Thank you. I threw the 90 years old in because he said it had to be 90 years old, so there you go.
Perfect.
There you go. I threw
Thank
in
you,
the
Grandpa,
element.
age 90.
It's like, thank you, grandpa, age 90.
That
So,
way to sleep.
So there you go. As you can see, I kind of ramble on about the description details on those to buy time. So
I mean, you're
Helps you
ad-libbing,
think.
so yeah, it's natural.
it's like because when you do ad lib stories, it's like you don't want to sound like you're doing breaks in between. So I kind of just make sure I'm saying words constantly. That's my trick to it. But honestly, I think it'd be cool to get better at doing things like that, so I could do them like more within streams and do a better job of it. It also helps me with storytelling in general and voice acting, I think.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, man. Yeah.
Indeed, it does. Would anyone else like to try an ad lib story?
Oh,
It's a bit late
I
to
mean,
my
I
end,
can,
unfortunately. So
I can give it a
Spider's
shot
not a bit.
if I really want. I could give it a shot, I guess. I don't know how well it's gonna work out.
Oh, well, should we find a theme for you then, sir?
Go for it.
Alrighty. Okay, how about winter? Winter. During a blizzard.
Hmm.
The main character is... Okay, so he says he wants it in Stu... Hashtag says he wants it in Stu's voice. Can you do that? Can you do it like ad-lib and in Stu's voice?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I know, that's hard, so that's why I asked and says... Hashtag, you're asking him to do something pretty hard.
Fine. You know what? I'm charging for that voice from now on.
Hashtag, he says he's charging.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Never do it
exactly.
for free.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Alright, so we have a winter, Stu's voice, so that means it's probably going to be a child. He says he'll give you $0.00.
I mean, that's some kind of dollars.
Or she. Hashtag, you said she, right? Not he. Sorry, I keep saying that. Don't know if that's wrong. I think that's wrong, though, so I'll correct that if that's the case. Alrighty, and then as for the villain, should we go for a slasher villain?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's the slashing slasher. The hash-slinging slasher.
Slashers, huh?
And
Nosferatu.
since this is a slasher, should it be a young couple? No, it's Stu's voice, so that would be too young to be a couple. Yeah, we'll say it's a boy whose parents went out for a bit, maybe something like that. That should be fine.
See, the problem is I'm sober.
Oh, you're better telling stories when you're drunk.
No, I'm just like the voice comes out better when I'm. That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
Stu's always drunk.
Exactly.
Oh dear God.
Oh boy.
That's amazing.
Well, when in Rome, what do you think, guys? I've got whiskey, vodka. I had tequila last night.
Stu
Had
is
rum. I don't want bourbon. Vodka. I haven't had vodka in a while.
Alright, let us.
go!
Alright, so since it's vodka, we must use I'll use Russian accent on next story. It will be very nice.
It is a nice touch. Yes.
Yes.
A little racially insensitive, but it's no big deal because we do not care. We have more important things to worry about than offending people.
Ah, yes. У меня есть vodka. The way.
We have to
Unfortunately,
fight off bear and wolf.
I hear people heading to bed, so unfortunately, I better depart. So,
Oh, is your father done arguing with Alexa?
yeah, he's given up for now. Yeah, he's going to try again tomorrow, I'm certain.
Oh,
Aye.
rest in peace.
That sounds bloody awesome. And I probably just offended the fuck out of you. But...
Oh, so now we're trying to do Irish accents, are we? Okay.
No, I
You
can't do Irish. I'm more of like a Scotsman myself.
Ah, Scotsman. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, I already take enough Irish racism from Tex, you know.
Like the
but they're-
pharmacy. Oh no, Tex is a right racist. You know, she's always attacking me for being. She calls me a Yankee. I tell her I'm not a Yankee. We fought the Yankees for 4 years. We ain't no Yanks.
All right.
4
Alright,
years.
You all have a good time, all right? Good night.
Yeah, but-
Take care, bud.
Have a good night.
I have half of a coconut Red Bull. Where the hell did that come from?
There we go. But yeah, it's like I don't like being called a Yankee. I consider myself a Southerner, so I don't like being called a Yankee.
You're the Yank of the South.
Nah, we ain't no Yanks. Florida is the most southern of all the states.
I mean, that's true, but I mean,
We
it's
also
closer to
never
Cuba
lost a
than it
battle
is
in the
to
Civil
America.
War. Y'all lost some battles. We never lost a single battle. Florida still reigns supreme.
That's because everybody else freaking sucks. They don't know how to do what they're told. Wait, hold on, what?
Hashtag says Stu isn't underage. She can drink.
Stu is a pup.
This guy isn't though.
And he does the Indian war cries.
Oh God, I can't even begin to tell you. I can't even begin to tell you how I did that. No freaking way. I honestly don't even think I could do it again, and I'm not gonna try.
Indeed. So while we're waiting on you to get drunk so you can do the Stu voice, let's go ahead.
Go ahead and get liquored up.
Indeed. So I'll go ahead and find something else to read. Reading. Oh yes, so Hashtag is here, so let us read his story. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm going to give it a try. One time, when I was visiting my family in Colombia, when I was like 5, my great aunt's roof caved in with water, since the neighbors liked to drink alcohol, and then throw the glass into her gutter. Then 5-year-old me peed my pants from being scarred. The fire department came. I did accidentally split while trying to clear some water. I missed that house. My great-grandmother died there. I think she had a concussion from tripping and falling anyway. TLDR, my great-aunt's house got flooded because the neighbors were alcoholics. I'm sorry to hear about your great-grandmother. I actually, I think I only met one of my great-grandparents, and that was when I was very young. They all died when I was very young. Most of them died before I was born, to be honest. To be honest, that's the case. So that was very spooky. Very spooky.
Feels called out.
You were called out?
Feels called out.
Why do you feel called out? Because the alcoholic part?
Yeah.
Are you an alcoholic?
Functioning. Very much so.
Functioning alcohol. It's like, hello, my name's Ghost, and I'm a recovering alcoholic.
I mean, it doesn't affect my personal, social, or professional life, so I don't really see a problem.
It's like, hey guys, I'm a millennial, and I'm a recovering porn addict.
Right. The only thing that gets me hard anymore is pictures of Japanese teenagers in 2D.
And what he means is animated ones, not real ones. This is not. We don't endorse pedophilia.
I don't know where this just went. From spooky stories to where the hell we're talking about.
Oh, it's the anonymous meetings. It's like people who are recovering from addictions. You say, hello, I'm so-and-so, and I'm recovering from blah, blah, blah. And I've been a drug addict for 5 years. I can't stay off the aspirin.
I'm a pedophile, and I deserve acceptance.
Oh, God. That's a horror story.
Mm-hmm. What's even more horrific is that there are people out there who actually agree with it.
All right, so here's the deal: if you're a pedophile, do cartoons. Don't touch real children. If you do,
even cartoons, it's gross.
Get away. I mean, it's a mental illness, so I don't know. I mean, I just would prefer them to not hurt real people. In the end, that's the main thing I care about. Real people and animals. By the way, guys, that's the thing with that consent. Consent is key, and kids and animals can't consent. So F off. All right, so let's see. What should I read next? We're waiting for that. Oh, we can read La Fancy Boyo's last one. All right. So should I do the Russian accent this time?
Sure.
Boom. Whoa. Maybe we would. Okay, maybe we should is what I believe they meant to say. Again, it's hard to do accents when we need a correct grammar. Oh, maybe we should head in, I said to my sister. I think we should too, she answered. We were just about to go into a haunted house because it was Halloween. We stepped inside. There were bats. Sorry, the grammar was wrong again. So I did it properly first, then tried to read it like it was written, and then corrected myself again. Okay. Huge cobwebs, rusty old chandeliers, and fake, maybe real blood. Fake, maybe real blood. Whoa, fake real blood is my favorite. Everywhere. Because there's no commas,
Fake
that means
vomit?
it's all one word.
Real
all
vomit?
one thing. Creepy, I whispered to my sister. I agree, she whispered back. Maybe we could go explore. Maybe we'll find something cool. Just
You
then.
sound like Dexter's lab.
Does Dexter's laboratory sound like this? I don't know.
You sound more like Dracula.
Oh, Dracula. Okay. All right. Just
Blah,
then,
blah,
I
blah.
saw a trail of
And apparently
blood.
vampires are racist now.
Why is it racist? I don't
know.
I don't understand. Okay, all right. Let us
Apparently
continue
vampires are
with
racist
this
and it's
with
freaking
the
dumb.
story. We'll talk about racist vampire later. Not dry or fake, but real and wet. Oh, wet. Oh, fantastic. We got a bit nervous, but nothing happened, so we moved on. Suddenly, we heard tiny little whispers. What is that? I asked. I don't know, but we should move on, she replied. In the blink of an eye, thousands of black dark shadows appeared, screeching. This must be where the ghosts from the graveyard around the house go. I yelled over the screeching, but I was horrified. Run, my sister yelled. We ran after a bit. We found ourselves in the dark, gloomy basement. The basement was dark. Oh, you didn't already just say that in the previous sentence, but okay. Where is the light switch? My sister asked. Here it is, I replied. I flicked the switch, but my sister had a horrified look on her face. What? I turned to look, and that the same horrified look appeared on my face. The basement was filled with bones, human bones. Whoever lives here is a total creep, I thought. And that is said in quotation marks, so he thought it in quotation marks, including the I thought part. We ran back up the stairs where the phantoms were still screeching. To get away from everything, we went to the attic to think about it all and how to fix it. We had finally figured it out. We could leave and never come anywhere near here again, I suggested. Okay, my sister agreed. We ran down the stairs, past the screeching phantoms and out the door. I found a piece of wood and grabbed my pen from my pocket and wrote, "Stay out," in all capitals. Let's hope grandmother never asks us to come here again, I said. And we walked home. The end. Okay. I kind of changed my accent halfway through, but don't mind that bit. When I do Russian accent, it's actually supposed to sound more like this, but I was reading stories, so it kind of went off track a little bit. But, you know, it happens sometimes.
It always happens.
But, yeah. Yeah. Wait, do what in your head? No, don't do it in your head.
Gross.
Alright, here's the thing, guys. Don't touch kids. Ever. Don't do it in your heads. If you do it in your heads, you're still fucking gross. Alright? And by the way, guys, when I talk about the grammar, I'm not insulting people. I understand that they're probably writing these real quick and they're not thinking about grammar too much. It's just, to me, when I'm reading it, I want people to know why I'm saying things the way I'm saying them. So, it's like sometimes the stories get a little trippy because the grammar is, you know, a little off here and there. So, that's the reason. I'm not trying to flame anyone. Not trying to
Don't
flame
at me,
anyone.
bro.
Indeed. We're just trying to be a little bit happy people. Happy people being happy. All right. So, how's the drunkenness coming along? You feeling real stoned right about now?
I'm fine.
In a stupor? A stupor?
Nah, I very rarely get drunk.
I've never been drunk. But I've only had one sip of wine before. If I got drunk off of that, I would be shaming my ancestors. Since I'm part Irish, they'd be like, I think we'll be disowning you. We can't have that in our family. It doesn't fly. After all, we're Irish. Irish.
I will
Oh.
never drink.
Gotta go over the rainbow to find a pot of gold. Actually, Scott, aren't you too young to drink?
I'm 20, going to be 21 soon.
Yes, you're too young to drink. You can't drink yet.
In this country.
In the United States of America. Well, I think Scar said she was from the United States of America. America.
I was from Cali and now I'm in Oregon.
Yes, Oregon.
Yeah, we say we put outrageous age limits on these things, and then we drive it into kids' heads from a very young age. We say, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But if you understand basic psychology, you realize that people are a lot more inclined to do things you tell them not to do.
Don't kill people, Johnny. Okay, whatever you say, Dad.
Don't touch that cactus.
So is that, are you saying you should tell them to do things that they shouldn't do, so that way they'll? It's like, I'm not getting what Dad says.
I think rather than trying to scare them into not doing it, you should just educate them on it
It's like, hey,
and leave the choice up to them.
I'm not gonna leave.
Because
I'm not gonna leave the
if you
decision to
do-
my 5-year-old whether he drinks or not.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it for a 5-year-old, but you know,
Also, if my kids do
If
drugs,
you-
they're out of my house.
if you do it in a controlled environment, then there's really not a whole lot of harm that can do it. Like, if I had kids, I know that my freaking kids are going to be drinking in high school. I'd rather they do it at my house where they're safe rather than going out to some
I didn't
friend's
drink
house,
in high
God
school.
knows where, getting fucked up and then driving home.
I didn't drink in high school.
I mean, I did, but you know, that's besides the point.
See,
Theoretically,
I am a
in case
gentleman,
anybody's
sir.
listening.
I didn't do such things. I follow the law, unless the law was speed limits, in which case I didn't follow the law at all.
Well, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about Texas. You can drink underage legally if you have parental consent.
See, I think
I'm just like, hell yeah.
I think the better law would be that speed limits become speed recommendations. That'd be the better law. Speed recommendations. It's like the
Or
recommendation is
like
that you go 60 miles per hour.
maybe the speed limit really only applies during inclement weather.
It's like, oh, the speed limit is only is actually the speed minimum. If you go under the speed limit, you get pulled over.
I got pulled over once for driving too slow. I was kind of sad.
Oh man, dude, people on the interstate though, they drive like 15 under the speed limit. I'm like, get off the interstate. If you're gonna drive that speed, and like, I'm talking about traffic's flowing regularly, not when you have to drive slower.
Right.
Oh boy, by the way, you
mean,
want to hear a really spooky
sometimes-
story? I was driving on the interstate, and it was backed up traffic. I sat there for an hour. Oh, horrifying. Oh, but relatable. Oh dear, isn't that a scary story? Or do you not have
Right.
backed up interstates where you live?
Oh, you're talking about driving, and this is legitimately a spooky story. I'm gonna post it in the chat really quick.
Oh, let's do it. Spooky, spooky. Which which chat are you gonna post it?
In the spooky story chat.
I gotcha. Let me pull that up here. Here's the spookiest story ever. All right, if I play it though, it's gonna come through, so I can't.
Perfect.
Because wouldn't it be copyright if we play it on the stream? The idea?
I don't know. I have no clue. This
Fine,
kid's
whatever.
got a hell of
I'm
a
not
story.
monetized anyways. Fuck. Oh, this child is very small. Ah, indeed, very spooky. If you have to be somewhere at 7 p.m., you should get there at 8 p.m. and then tell them 7 p.m. was just a recommendation. No. 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 If you show up late to an if someone shows up late to an appointment with me, we're done. We're done. Friendship.
Yeah, I'm not real big on
ended.
tardiness either.
Like, I mean, seriously, like, if you make an appointment with someone, you better show up on time. It's like, come on now. Come on now. But yeah, if you make an appointment with me and you show up an hour late, I won't be there. I'll be gone. I ain't staying there that long. See, you made me say the word ain't. You're making my inner southerner come out. Oh, man. Can you imagine being a Yank and using, like, G's at the end of your sentence, end of your words? Like, instead of saying fishing, you can say fishing. It's like, come on. What kind of Yank does that?
I know, right?
My goodness.
Boy.
I got family in
And
Ohio.
all?
I go up there and say y'all. They're like, what is he saying? What does that mean? Okay, they don't actually say that, but
Let me ask you a question. Do you know what word I'm saying if I say ol?
What do you say?
Ol?
Ol. Like ol as in
Ol.
like old?
No, let me put the Yankee pronunciation. The Yankee pronunciation in there. Oil.
Yeah, here we call it oil.
Yeah, we're just like, we gotta go get an oil change in the car.
Yeah. Cool.
We literally just throw it all
Oil.
together.
You
It's
take
an
out the
oil
I.
It's an oil change. It's an oil change.
To me, see, when you say it like that, I can hear it normally, but like the first way you said like ooh, like you said like the German pronunciation, like ooh, ooh. Like in Germany, it's pronounced
Yeah.
ooh, ooh. I'm
Change
like,
the oil.
okay, Germany, you do you, fam.
Yeah. It really just depends on how fast you say it. The I comes through very subtly sometimes, but other times it's just completely non-existent.
Yeah. By the way, I find the relationship with American English and Germany kind of funny because, like, for instance, some words we use that the British don't use that are German. Like, we use the word kindergarten. That's the German pronunciation of it. And it's like, you know, the same as our kindergarten. So it's like we use that word, but the English, they don't use it.
Yeah.
At least as far as I remember, they don't. Ryu's not here. We can't ask him right now. We have no English people in the chat.
What
Oh,
a
man.
shame. What a shame.
Oh, by the way, I think we lost Scar. Scar disappeared.
No.
Rest in peace, Scar. Rest in peace. So it looks like we probably won't have time for your ad-lib story because we got 6 minutes left of the stream.
Oh, damn.
Indeed. Unless you want to tell it right now.
I mean, I might be able to give it a shot.
Indeed. I don't even think Hashtag is here anymore. Or maybe they are. I don't know. Are you here? But yeah, if you want to give it a shot in Stu's voice or just your own voice, either way's fine.
What were the parameters again?
Okay, so it was if it's Stu, it's a young boy. Okay, yeah, Hashtag's still here. If it's Stu's voice, it's gonna be a young boy, in like a winter cottage kind of place, like where there's a blizzard going on outside, and there's a slasher outside.
There's a slasher outside.
Slasher, or maybe inside. Ooh, spooky.
I might pass on this one.
Oh, okay, maybe I'll do it then. I'll just do one real quick. So this story is from when I was a child. Well, younger than I currently am.
A little bitty.
By the fact that I'm telling this story, you know that I survived. But that doesn't mean I wasn't scarred. Both physically and mentally. Anyhow, let me actually tell you the story instead of talking about my scars. Okay, so this was about 7 years ago. I was in a winter cottage. One of my relatives, I can't even remember exactly who it was anymore, owned it, but we were there for the winter, and the adults were actually out at the time. It was just a short bit, but it allowed for someone to come in.
When did they
At the
disconnected?
time, they seemed really big, but you know, to a child, everyone does, adults anyways. He had a knife, a really big knife, like the ones you use for cutting meat. A butcher knife, that's it, a butcher knife. Anyhow, I was scared on my wits. I didn't know what to do, but luckily I moved on my own. I ran. I wasn't faster than him, but he didn't seem in a hurry to catch me. I ran to... What room was it? Was it my bedroom? I can't remember. It was the room I was staying at, that's right. The room I was staying at. I shut the door and locked it, and barricaded as much as I could. I was scared out of my mind. I put on my jacket and my boots. I considered jumping out the window, but I was on the second floor. And even if I did get outside, how would I run away in that snow? It seemed impossible. He started beating on the door, his knife tearing through the door. Pieces, I could start to hear it crumble. I couldn't see it yet as it hadn't pierced through the other side of the door, but it was absolutely terrifying. I went to call the police. I dialed it, and they told me they'd be on their way, but there was no way they'd be there on time. Then, at that time, I heard a car pull up. It must have been my parents. I was relieved at first, and then I thought, what if he went after them? I heard his footsteps turn away from the door, but they weren't frantic like someone running away. They were slow, almost methodical, like someone doing something they had planned. But there's no way he could have known they were coming back. Especially with his previous actions, they didn't make any sense with it. What was he thinking? I still don't know. But my parents, I never saw them alive again. The police showed up later, at the end. Was that okay?
It was perfect.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So I kind of just, well, I wanted the boy to survive. I don't like killing children in my stories. I also hate the journal type ones, like the one where they're telling it from their perspective and they end up dead. I'm like, well, then how are they telling the story?
Right.
Or they're writing it as the killer's coming after them. Have you seen those ones? I'm like, that's so stupid. Who would have the time?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to survive a killer. Oh man.
Shut up! I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
It's a Jesus Christ killer. I'm trying to do this properly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Such stories. But again, I was joined by my good friends Ghost here, Scar, and Mist.
Yo.
And earlier we had Ryu here. He's gone to bed though, in Ireland, the land of Ire. So, do any of you have anything to say to the good peoples of the internets?
I'm gonna steal your line. Stay hydrated, brush your teeth.
Indeed, stay hydrated and brush your teeth, everyone. Make sure you do so. And make sure you subscribe to all the wonderful people here today. They make wonderful content. Isn't that right, Ghost? Tell them about some of your content.
It's average.
There you go. It is the best content in the world. You heard it here first, folks. Alright. Legendary Goose, welcome, welcome. We are just finishing up. We wanted to tell you to brush your teeth and stay hydrated. We will be back next Saturday, of course, and stay tuned for the end of the month. Well, there's going to be a very special spooky stream, is there not, Mr. Ghost? Mr. Ghost, Mr. Mist, and Miss Scar. They're not going to be some very spooky stories on Halloween itself. There will
Let's
indeed.
do it.
Which is, as you may not know, on the 31st of October, 3 Saturdays from now. So be prepared. Bring your jimmies and prepare for them to be rustled. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for stopping by.
I
Love
might
you
not
all,
be here.
and I hope you all have a fantastic night.
Y'all take care.
Laters.
Bye bye.